Good evening. This is iSkyNews.com with breaking news out of Mesa. A police pursuit in Mesa ended in an officer-involved shooting Thursday evening after a stolen vehicle rammed a patrol unit near 72nd Place and Broadway Road. According to the Mesa Police Department, the incident began just after 4:45 p.m. when the Real-Time Crime Center alerted officers to a stolen vehicle near Power Road and Main Street. Officers located the vehicle and followed it south on Power Road, then east on Broadway Road, before it turned north onto 72nd Place. An officer attempted to stop the vehicle using a grappler device, but the effort was unsuccessful. The suspects drove into a cul-de-sac and made a U-turn, cutting through several residential yards before accelerating toward responding officers. The stolen vehicle then struck the side of a patrol unit, prompting officers to open fire. Police say the suspects were two 17-year-old juveniles. The driver sustained a significant but non-life-threatening injury to his hand. The passenger was not injured. Two officers were involved in the shooting, and neither suffered any injuries. The Tempe Police Department is now leading the investigation as part of the East Valley Critical Incident Response Team. Mesa Police will continue to handle inquiries related to the stolen vehicle case. iSkyNews.com investigative reporter Ciara Perez was on the scene and spoke with Detective Myers of the Mesa Police Department, who gave an official statement on the unfolding investigation. Stay with iSkyNews.com for continuing coverage.
The suspects have been identified as two 17-year-old juveniles. One of them has an injury to his hand, and he was taken to the hospital. The injury is non-life-threatening. The second person in the vehicle is a passenger, obviously, and has zero injuries. There will be criminal charges for both of these 17-year-olds. Right now, we are working through what charges those may be. But thankfully, our two officers that were involved in the shooting are not injured. This incident is being investigated by the Tempe Police Department under the East Valley Critical Incident Response Team. And any questions related to the officer-involved shooting investigation should be directed to them. If you have any questions related to the initial call for service or suspect identification, that will come to me moving forward. So what questions do you have right now that I can answer?
Do you know anything?
Go ahead.
Do you know anything about where they stole the car, how they stole it, when they stole it?
The vehicle was stolen June 5th out of Mesa.
Do you know when the person who owned that vehicle, do you know if they were like carjacked or anything like that, or was it just stolen from a property?
I don't have any information that it involved any crime of violence.
Where exactly was the grappler tried to be used?
Right up the street here on 72nd Place. Actually, where we're standing, it curves to the left a little bit. It was deployed right on that curve.
Did the grappler actually touch the suspect?
It looks like it made contact and then it popped off of the tire.
Was there property damage when the car drove through front yards?
I haven't walked the scene, but looking from the air unit footage that we were able to view, it does not look like there's any significant property damage other than just driving through the landscaping.
Are you able to say, was the injury to the hand from the shooting or from the crash?
I don't think I can definitively say. I know that it looks like it may have been from a shooting, but because the airbags deployed on the vehicle, it's hard to say, and we're hoping to learn more about it as the investigation progresses.
And to clarify, the injured person was the driver?
Correct, yes.
Were either of them armed?
Not to my knowledge. We have not seen any indication that they had any weapons on them.
When they collided with the officer vehicle, did it look like they were trying to drive into them on purpose?
You will see the body camera footage eventually, but from what I saw, it looks like it was intentional to get out of the way. He wanted to get out of the cul-de-sac and the officer was in his way, and so he ran into the side of him.
Do you know if these two juveniles have stolen other vehicles? Do they have?
I don't have any information on their prior history. I don't even have their names right now. I just know that they are 17. And so that will be something that officers look at as they investigate this incident. And hopefully when it is complete, you will get all the answers that you're looking for.
It's juveniles from here in Mesa?
I do not know that right now.
They're both two boys.
Yes, yes.
Where did the officers initially, I guess, make contact or encounter the stolen vehicle?
So it was called into officers at Power in Maine, and when officers responded to that area, they located the vehicle driving south on Power to Broadway, where they turned eastbound. So right at Power and Broadway, I'd say just a little bit north.
You said it was the Real Time Crime Center, so was that just a scanner of the plate, or how was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Brandon, can you explain how the grappler works for people who don't know?
Yes, so the grappler is a device that is essentially put on the front of the vehicle, and it's a device that is used to stop fleeing vehicles safely. And what it does is it connects to the rear tires of a vehicle, and it stops the tires from spinning, and there's a long thread of I don't want to say string, but it's attached to the vehicle to slow it down to where officers can make contact. Did I explain that enough, Ciara?
Oh, that's
okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's
Okay,
like
you're
a net,
welcome.
Right? It's like a net.
Yes,
Deployed to the
exactly.
driver.
And there are a lot of videos on Google that you can see of police officers using it, which would be pretty cool to highlight for your viewers.
Was the victim or the suspect who was not injured taken into custody without incident, or did he
Yes,
run away?
correct. They were both taken into custody without incident.
Or the one who got hurt in the hand, are they still in the hospital though?
Yes, still in the hospital undergoing treatment. And of course, with these two being 17, we need to reach out to their families and let them know where they are at so they can make contact with them.
How long are you expected to be out here in the neighborhood?
With any officer-involved shooting investigations, it usually takes a couple hours. We have to have officers come out and walk through the scene again. They have to do their interviews. We also look for video evidence of any houses in the area, and then physical evidence as well to put the whole story together and give you a complete look at what actually happened.
To get the timeline correct here, so you said it was so they had tried, the suspect tried turning left onto the cul-de-sac. That's when the officers deployed. The grappler didn't really catch on, so they kind of went into the front lawns, and then they shot at them?
So there is a cul-de-sac, and it's a little bit further off of this street. So when you curve, it's not just the cul-de-sac, you have to drive a little bit. It drove into the cul-de-sac, the stolen vehicle went off of the roadway making a U-turn, driving through the front yard of multiple houses that lined the cul-de-sac, then putting him head on with officers responding, and then it rammed into the side of one of those officers, and that is when the shooting occurred. And I did finish a news release that I will be sending to you shortly after this, so you will get everything that I said in writing, and you're free to use that as well.
Can you,
Any questions?
just for my ignorance,
Yeah.
explain what the involvement with Tempe Police is?
Yes, so there is a law that will be in effect starting July 1st, and it says that you cannot, as a police agency, investigate your own critical force incident. So if it is a criminal case, we can't investigate it ourselves. So under the East Valley Critical Incident Response Team, which I can send you information on too, there's a call-out list, and Tempe PD was on it to come out and take over our investigation. Now, Mesa Police Department will still take all internal affairs investigations. So we will still be looking at this for policy and procedure to make sure everything is kosher and everything was done appropriately. But when it comes to investigating the crime, which in this case is the officer-involved shooting, we don't want any involvement in the discovery of what they find. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you all for coming. If you have any further questions again about this incident, please let me know. But about the investigation, Tempe PD. Thank you guys so much.